Recently in the United States, a fire broke out in Seaside Heights, New Jersey, damaging 68 shops in the community. Upon learning of the fire, Tzu Chi volunteers soon mobilized to carry out a disaster survey and later organized a cash card distribution to help the needy get through this difficult time.
At the tourist resort of Seaside Heights City, New Jersey, a fire broke out and burned 68 shops on the beach. As Tzu Chi volunteers surveyed the fire site, they realized this area was also one of the disaster areas devastated by Hurricane Sandy last year.
You see the bottom of that house. Since Hurricane Sandy, those broken wires have not been replaced. The fire investigation report says that's why the fire started burning from under the house.
1900.
Upon learning of the news of the fire, Tzu Chi volunteers soon carried out a disaster survey and worked with the local government to distribute cash cards to the fire victims. Seeing Tzu Chi volunteers lend their helping hands once again, Chobok couldn't help crying because her father's house was destroyed by Hurricane Sandy last year, while this time the fire damaged her shop.
Well, I was crying because this is absolutely fabulous what you're doing for all of us. We are complete strangers, and for you to do this for us is just amazing. So we all work together, and with your help, I'm sure that we'll rebuild.
It's very difficult. You're trying to figure out what answers, where we can go. I mean, any kind of help that we can get. I mean, your organization has been so appreciative that you guys came back and helped us again. And I mean, it's very humbling to know that
What they did for us during the Sandy storm.
Despite merciless disasters coming one after another, these local residents believe that as long as Tzu Chi volunteers are around, there are no difficulties they cannot overcome.
Continuing our report in the United States, last year Hurricane Sandy struck the east coast of the country, leaving Keansburg, New Jersey one of the worst hit areas. Back then, Tzu Chi volunteers not only handed out cash cards and daily necessities to help storm survivors in Keansburg, but also offered them much needed emotional support. Now, almost a year later, Tzu Chi volunteers continue to show their love and care to this community as they recently donated new equipment to the Keansburg Fire Department and invited local residents to join them in a beach cleanup.
Praying for the world free from disaster and humans away from pain and suffering are New Jersey Tzu Chi volunteers who are here in Keansburg to clean up the beach.
And I'm going to bring them down. The blue bags are going to be for regular garbage, and the clear bags will be for recycling.
At this annual beach cleanup event, other than Tzu Chi volunteers and Tzu Chins, several residents of Keansburg joined the event as well. Last year, following the devastation of Hurricane Sandy, Tzu Chi volunteers arrived with relief items and emotional support and have inspired Keansburg residents with Tzu Chi's green concepts.
第一次来参加慈济的活动吗？对，我第一次来参加。师姐，你每一年都有来，对不对？
对，每一次去哪里我也有去。
垃圾哦，有没有找到？哦，找到，好厉害！你眼睛怎么这么好？
Prior to winter, Tzu Chi volunteers take the opportunity to organize a series of beach cleanup events. At the recent one held in Keansburg, over 30 local residents joined in the volunteers' ranks.
I read in the paper when you guys arrived in Union Beach, and I Googled the name of your organization, and I did a little bit more research after that and found your organization to be pretty amazing.
As Hurricane Sandy struck the east coast of the United States last year, Tzu Chi volunteers helped Keansburg residents rebuild their homes. Learning that fire equipment was damaged during the storm, the volunteers decided to donate new equipment in order to better safeguard the lives and properties of countless residents in this community.
来来回回就是negotiate很多次哈。当然就是说
We went through numerous meetings because we had to make sure our donation of the equipment would really fit their needs, but at the same time keep to our budget. Although we could not provide them much, the fire equipment is essential to their work and is very useful.
非常需要的一些器材。
At the fire equipment donation ceremony, Tzu Chi volunteers seized the chance to give the participants a better understanding of this organization.
Oh, it was very nice. It was very nice. You guys do a great job in presenting everything, and the lunch was terrific. Your movie was great. It was very touching to see everything that your organization does. Is just really touching.
These items weren't covered. And Sam, you said like it's a small gesture. It's a huge gesture because this equipment is going to help us serve the community of Keansburg.
Several residents even decided to join in the volunteers' ranks after they experienced the compassion and great love of Tzu Chi.
I actually get to experience the joy of giving that a lot of people don't really get to know. The sisters and brothers here are just so loving and so giving.
In the wake of the disaster, Tzu Chi volunteers extend their love to the needy and create a close bond with one another.
At the end of the show, we return to the United States to check on the recovery efforts of the flood survivors in Evans, Colorado. The small town attracted many Good Samaritans from other communities to help clean up the area. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for watching. See you next week.